Hey guys, it's me, 84.4. Today, guys, I want to do a tactical breakdown on how Barcelona can beat Bayern Munich. I know a lot of Barca fans have been telling me in the comment section below, and they're excited. We're excited to play Bayern Munich, and I feel like this time we actually do have a genuine chance. In the last couple of seasons, we really didn't have a chance, and I feel like this is the best Barca team we've had in a long time. Like, in my opinion, I think this is the best Barca team we've had since 2015. This is the best team on paper. Okay, notice I said paper, right? And I feel like we know how good that 2015 team is. Nothing will ever be surpassed the 2015 team. This, it'll be very difficult for any team to surpass that. And today I want to give a lowdown on how Barcelona can beat Bayern Munich. So we'll be looking into Bayern's team in a bit, and we'll be talking about that as well. So we'll be looking at Barca. So I take away 5 takeaways for Barca to beat Bayern Munich. And the first thing first is that first way Barca can beat Bayern is Dembele has to show. Dembele, this is your chance. Dembele, you've been balling out for us in La Liga. You've been balling the Champions League. You've been absolutely brilliant. But now it is time for you to deliver, because as good as it is to ball against the likes of Cadiz, Rayo Vallecano, Elche, Mallorca, these teams are by all means weaker than Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is a big test. And remember, this is at the Allianz Arena. So Dembele knows he's a Dortmund player, and he has that hatred towards Bayern, I would imagine, And so as a ex-Dortmund player, he would have that rivalry inside of him, And, it would be crazy if he could score at the Allianz Arena and celebrate, how much the Bayern fans would go and, they would react to that. It would be insane. And, Bayern actually wanted him in the past. I believe Bayern were actually interested in him a few years ago, I believe. I think he would turn down the offer because of, I think Bayern stopped going for it because of his injuries. But, yeah, I think for Bayern Munich, man, this will be really, really interesting for Ousmane Dembele. He needs to show up in this game, and this is a vital game for him. And in my opinion, he's the most important player we have in the attack. I know it's easy to look at Lewandowski and say that, oh, why didn't you have a key slide for him? The reason why is I feel like Dembele needs to supply Lewandowski. As good as Lewandowski is, Dembele is a better creator. Dembele is going to facilitate those chances for Lewandowski, and Lewandowski will put those goals in the back of the net. And I just don't really see, I feel like Dembele is going to be very crucial. He can expose the space Bayern leaving behind, because we know Bayern plays a very high line with the players they have, the likes of, Upamecano, De Ligt, they're very error prone at the back. They're not very consistent, and I think he can really expose them, because De Ligt is not that great in my opinion. I still think he's good, but he makes a lot of mistakes. He gave away a penalty against Stuttgart. And Upamecano, man, this guy's inconsistent. This guy can have sometimes great performances, sometimes have bad performances, and it'll be interesting to see how Bayern approach that, because I want to see how they still play the high line against us, because they've been struggling in the Bundesliga, but we know they've been great in the Champions League. So I don't want to get too carried away there, because Barca fans are saying that, oh, Bayern is not going to do well against us because they look at their form in the Bundesliga. Dude, they've been class at Look what they did to Inter Milan, man, at the San Siro. They kept a clean sheet. Clean sheet, man. Very, very impressive. Next takeaway we have here is the center backs. Center backs will be very, very crucial in this game. And hear me out, guys. This is what I personally would do. I don't want Eric Garcia starting this game. As good as Eric Garcia has been for us this season, I don't think Eric Garcia has credentials, defensive ability to play against a Bayern team. Because remember, guys, Eric Garcia is a ball-playing defender. He isn't a physical defender. Okay, that is a very key difference here. And that I just don't think Eric Garcia will suit against Bayern Munich. And while I do think we need to have some ball-playing defenders, I think the likes of, but we need the physicality. We need the defensive. We need Eric Garcia to be spot on with his challenges and tackles, because we know for a fact that Raul will probably be, but or Eric Garcia, that's going to be a big question mark. So for me, personally speaking, I would actually start Christensen in this game over Eric Garcia. But I know for a fact Xavi will not do that, just because I kind of already know this, because of the fact that Eric Garcia didn't play a single minute against Cadiz. And that just tells me how important Eric Garcia is, and he'll probably start. I just don't really think Christensen will start, as much as I want him to. I just don't think Xavi will do it. And as I said, guys, we're going to have to hope the defensive line is very crucial as well, because I think the left back and right back is pretty much sorted with Valde and Koundé respectively, because we can't start Jordi Alba this game. He's going to get exposed by Bayern Munich. He's going to cause us some lapses for the goals that we concede, so Alba cannot start this game. And obviously, I would take Koundé right back over the likes of Bellerin and Roberto. Even though Bellerin had a decent performance against Cadiz, he was good. Well, it's real. It's Cadiz. Cadiz is the worst team in La Liga, guys. So, yeah, that's my second takeaway. The defense has to be crucial because one of the reasons why we struggled against Bayern in the past was because our defensive line was so bad. I mean, we had the likes of PK and Lenglet, guys, and now we have Eric Garcia and Raúl as pretty much our main center back partnership, pretty much. I mean, by the way, PK cannot start this game if that wasn't obvious enough. Next it is Busquets. Oh boy, Busquets, man. We got to have a conversation about Busquets. I love Sergio Busquets, guys. Sergio Busquets, for me, will go down as a Barca all-time legend. But even in this game, I'm not so sure if Busquets will do it. Because, as I said, guys, Busquets, I know he's a great player and all, but, guys, every single big game Barca have played in the past in the Champions League, he's always been our weak point. He's always been a hindrance for us in the midfield. And I just don't really know if he's capable of starting. Now, I will give him the benefit of the doubt because we have a stronger defense. I feel like our defensive line has been significantly stronger than we've had in the past. So, but at the same time, though, I still don't know if I would take the risk, you know. And because here's the thing, guys, we can't start De Jong as a double. CDM De Jong just sucks. I'm sorry, De Jong does not work as a pivot. What I've seen, guys, De Jong's been very underwhelming. Now there is an option at Kessie. Frank Kessie that could start as a CDM, but I just don't think Xavi's going to do it as much as I would like to see him do it. Because I know in Milan he's played as a double pivot, and obviously in Barcelona we play in a 4-3-3, whereas Milan they play like in a 4-2-3-1. So he has played in double pivot, but he has not played in a single pivot. So I'm not really sure if Kessie can adjust to the role. And so my ideal midfield trio would be Kessie and Pedri, and De Jong as a CDM, as an interior midfielder. That would be my ideal team, but I know for a fact Xavi will probably not do that. I'll show you my expected 11 at the end of the slides. Yeah, Busquets has to be in his best because, like I said, guys, Busquets for me, he's just a liability for us in big games, and I just hope that Xavi has the balls within him to at least like make a commanding statement of benching Busquets in this game, or actually have Busquets not play the full game, like do something of that kind of magnitude because. I'm telling you, man, right now, man, because if Busquets doesn't have a good game for us, we are going to lose this game. We're going to lose this game. It's as simple as that. You know, he's just been a liability for us in big games. And I hope he proves me wrong, you know, because I do think that the defense has been better. And I do think that maybe in some essences, like the defense was the reason why he was so poor. But he also is partly to blame, too, for those games, especially Liverpool in particular, and Roma in particular as well. Those come to mind. So, yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see about Busquets. Okay, and now for me, substitutions. I think off the bench players will be crucial in this game. I'm looking at the likes of Ansu Fati for this game. Ansu Fati has been a great super sub for us. I think Ansu Fati knows himself that he will not make the starting line. I think the starting line is very obvious. The front three is very obvious. I'll show you guys the next slide. You guys don't know who I think will be, but Ansu Fati will not start in my opinion. And it'll be interesting to see if Ansu Fati can continue his scoring record because he actually has a great scoring record off the bench. You know, off the bench, he actually tends to score more than actually starting. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see how, like, let's say Barcelona's trailing a game and Xavi decides to make a substitution. Will Fati be the first one to be called upon? Because I'm looking at other attacking players we can use as substitutes, like the likes of Depay and Ferran Torres. I don't want them to sniff the pitch. I don't want them to touch the pitch whatsoever because they have been very underwhelming. Very underwhelming, respectively. And so, in my opinion, the best super sub that we have, the best attacking player that will not start for us will probably be Fati, you know. And I'm looking at him and see hopefully he can make a difference for us, you know. And so I think it's going to be very crucial as that substitution will be very key. How will Xavi react if Barca goes down? Because we haven't seen Barca be in a trailing position in all this season in a competitive games. So I want to see how Xavi would approach to do that in this kind of game. So, you know, that will be very interesting. And then finally, this is the expected 11. I'm going to make, I know the screen's a bit small. I'll read it for you guys, and then I'll do a Bayern 11 quickly. I forgot to do it on screen, but I'll tell you, and then we'll do a quick combined 11, and then I'm not gonna get my score prediction here. I'll give the score prediction in tomorrow's live stream, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel to get notified whenever I go live tomorrow, which will be set at 12:45 p.m. Eastern time. Anyhow, so let's go ahead and get started. So, the goalkeeper, I think Ter Stegen is very obvious. I think he'll start Balde. Eric Garcia, Ronaldo, Koundé. I think that's pretty much the backline solidified. If I will tell you my 11 as well. If I can just make changes, so Pedri, Busquets, Gavi. I think that's going to be midfield, and Dembele, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. I think that's going to be the front three. And my personal opinion, this is what I would do. I would put Christensen in there in place of Eric Garcia, and I would actually take Busquets off, and I would actually put in Kessie. And I forgot to explain why I don't want Gavi to start. I don't want Gavi to start in this game because Gavi's just too reckless. I feel like he's too reckless. He's gonna get a yellow card for no reason. He might even get a red card if he goes too aggressive, because we know Bayern's gonna be playing very aggressive with their midfielders in particular. So I really don't like Gavi. I feel like he's a bit too much. So that's the reason why I actually would opt for Kessie instead. So Kessie in the CDM, and De Jong and Pedri as the interior midfielders, and the front three as it is. As for Bayern Munich, I looked at their team. I think the players are pretty obvious. I think left back will be goalkeeper's gonna be Manuel Neuer. He will definitely start this game. Left back will be Alphonso Davies. He will definitely start. Center backs will be Lucas Hernandez. Obviously, I also think that Eric Garcia. I mean, no, sorry, not Eric Garcia. What I'm saying. Center backs. Obviously, I think it will be Upamecano. Actually, no, De Ligt and Lucas Hernandez. I think he will start. The right back will probably be Benjamin Pavard. Mazraoui could start, but I doubt he will start, even though he's been looking good. And then obviously the midfield of Goretzka and Kimmich. Now, there's a possibility Sabitzer could start, but guys, if Goretzka is fit, let me go check. Is Goretzka fit? Leon Goretzka, he is fit. He is fit this season. So I think he will play this game against Barcelona because of how crucial he is. A very crucial player. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the world. Goretzka has a physical specimen in him, and he's just a really good midfielder, man. And then obviously the front four being left wing, obviously Leroy Sané, and the middle you got Thomas Muller, and the right mid you have Serge Gnabry, and the striker Sadio Mane. Let's do a quick combined 11 real quick for the game. Obviously I think manager, I think this is a tough one, but I am actually going to go off for Xavi on this one. I feel like Xavi for me actually is a better manager. I think he's got more. I think he's more intelligent than Nagelsmann, and so I just been more impressed with Xavi's been doing Barca than Nagelsmann with Bayern, to be fair. But you can go either way for this one. I mean, I wouldn't criticize anyone that take Nagelsmann on this one. You know. Then obviously for the defense, left back, I'm taking Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies is way better than Jordi Alba this season and Balde this season. You know, and by the way, we're only going by this season. Goalkeeper is going to be Manuel Neuer. Center backs, I'm putting down Lucas Hernandez and Ronaldo. I feel like they've been the best center backs for their respective clubs. The right back, I'm actually going to put down Jules Koundé. I feel like Jules Koundé is really good as a right back. I feel like he do a very good job. You know, Pavard's also very good too. I like Pavard, but Pavard just doesn't really offer you that much in the offensive aspect. I feel like he's really good defensively. So that's going to be interesting. And then obviously the midfield being, Kimmich being the CDM. And then obviously I would like to see, I would put Pedri in there, and then Thomas Muller. You got to put Thomas Muller in this 11, for how insane he is as a player. And then obviously the tag being straightforward with obviously striker being Lewandowski, right winger being Ousmane Dembele, and left winger being Leroy Sané. So, like I said, guys, I'm not going to give a prediction here in this video. I want you guys to stay tuned for the prediction stream tomorrow that I'll be doing on the channel. You know, I'll go briefly talk about that game there. This is just more of kind of like an in-depth kind of video, just like looking at the tactics aspects. Because as I said with Bayern Munich, man, Bayern Munich plays with a very high line. They're going to play in a 4-2-3-1. And I feel like the biggest weakness of Bayern Munich is they leave so much space in behind. They leave so much space in behind, and I don't really trust their center backs, like especially Lucas especially Upamecano. I feel like these two are error prone, and one of the two is going to start. I don't think both will start, but one of the two is going to start, and we have to capitalize on any mistakes the two players make. We also have to make sure that we keep our line. We make sure that we don't play a high line ourselves, because Bayern can easily break it at us. So it should be a fascinating game. I'm really excited for this game. I'm going to try my absolute best to watch line for this game, because it is a mammoth game, guys, and I'm so pumped for this game. This game will be massive indeed. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you did enjoy. Make sure you guys comment down below your predictions and comments below, your previews, what your takeaways, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.